in order. What else have you done in your artificing class? Gnome, Sprocket.
Yes, that would be me. So the first day we got this cool little device that we got to rev up, and it kind of made some like electrical sparks and things, which was really cool. And we learned that water and metal conduct electricity really, really well. Poor Stefan. We also learned that wood did not, because that's what we had to use to push Stefan out of the tub, and then he laid on the floor, and then we told him to turn the lights off when we left. So he was fine, right? I'm sure he's fine. We just haven't seen him since, so he's probably just, I don't know. Anyway, we've done some tinkering with little things here and there. I don't know what that guy made over there. That's really weird, and it kind of creeps me out, and I don't really want to talk about it or look at it, so I'm not sure what to do with it. But anyway.
Sprocket.
Jiggles it at her.
Can you give me a wisdom saving throw?
Sure. Give me a sec.
Yes, please.
I kind of wish Decker's character was here. Oh yeah, he's not here as well.
That would be awesome.
It's under the name Audrey because I don't have a separate one for Sprocket. It is 17.
All right. So you're gonna see Abertnathy point a finger at you, and nothing's gonna happen, and he's just kind of like gonna squint at you, kind of cock his head to the side a little bit, and then just retract the finger and pretend like nothing happened.
Did you want me to stop talking? I can stop talking.
Yeah, no. Continue, I suppose.
Okie dokie. Anyway, so we've done some little gadgets and gizmos, which have been kind of cute. I really want to work on this like little pet squirrel. That would be fun to play with. But anyway, that's not quite in the classroom yet. But it would be fun to learn more electricity stuff. I also enjoy doing some pyrotechnic stuff. I work over at the Red Tent, and we get to use some artificer stuff and the pyrotechnic stuff, which has been really great. So I've been able to apply what I've learned in class, at work, immediately. We've only had one small fire.
I see. He's gonna look around the class. And he's gonna start flipping through his notebook or the artificer itinerary, and then he's just gonna like close his eyes and close the book, and he's just gonna go, "Yeah, this class is useless anyway. You're just making bits and bobs out of things, and it's spells with extra steps. Just do magic. It's not that hard."
But what if we like building things?
No, just do magic. See, watch. You want to electrocute somebody? Someone go get in that tub of water. Someone, anyone.
Imagining everybody's just staring at each other like, you do it. No, you.
I was expecting Lunaga to jump out, to be honest with you.
Doesn't know, has his finger on the tip of his nose, not I.
I've got my head in my elbow. I'm almost asleep.
You there, Sleepy Joe. Go get into the tub of water.
He doesn't respond.
I don't need the tub. And he's just gonna cast Witchfire at Huma. Let me go ahead and roll for that. Give me just a moment.
Yes, this is the part of the class in which if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a fireball.
It's the only thing that came to mind, except I couldn't find a gif of when he was asleep and he literally threw a wrench at him.
All right. Somebody is dodging a wrench, Jedi.
Uncanny dodge. Uncanny dodge.
I'm back. I may have said the wrong spell. It's not Witchfire. It's it's the one that shoots lightning, like a Darth, just like a stream of electricity.
Unlimited power.
Good.
Right, lightning bolt.
Or Witch Bolt.
Call lightning.
Witch Bolt. That's what it
Chain
is.
lightning.
It's Witch Bolt.
Chain lightning, he said.
D&D 5e Witch Bolt. Level
Yeah.
1 spell.
It's fun because you can hold it and then zap them again every turn thereafter. Sorry. I'm not supposed to be giving ideas.
I mean, that's kind of the reasons I picked that one. I knew what it did, I just didn't remember the name.
Technically, we're not supposed to give the DM ideas.
And yet we
True.
continuously do it.
This is almost as bad. So whatever.
Yeah, arguably, this is worse.
Does a 22 beat your AC?
Oh, most definitely.
Oh
Nice.
boy. Let's
Take a
roll my
D12.
D12. Let's see if my D12's in here.
Let's see if it kills him.
Right?
How weak is he? Holy shit, what have I done?
We're all
Level
like
one.
level 3, I thought? No, we're level 1.
They're all level 1.
Yeah.
It's only a D12?
Are you executing your students
my
again,
God.
headmaster?
Steve 12 with concentration up to a minute, so you could do it 6 times.
Oh boy. Take 8 damage.
You just grab a number.
Triple his max HP.
Yeah, right.
Uh,
I don't know, Cal. What would
Ah,
HP?
well, let's try this out. Well, I will tell you in a second.
I'm quite curious.
What? Put it this way: what class is he? Because he's going to get
He's
a full hit die.
Thought they were
Like-
artificer level
Yeah,
ones.
Artificer level 1 and
So what's the hit
variant
die on the
human.
artificer again?
Okay.
It's like a D4.
No, in 5e it's a
Uh,
D8 or a
I-
D10.
I think it's a
I
D8.
think they're a D8.
They're beefier wizards.
We'll give you 9 hit points total because you get
Oh,
plus
thanks,
1 for
Cal.
con.
It's a D8. First level is 8 plus your con, so at least 9, or
Yeah.
I guess maybe 8.
You get 9.
What, you don't get con?
I
You're just
didn't
kind of
know it-
shaking.
He's going to immediately break off as you start spasming and just go, "What's wrong with him?"
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Meanwhile,
the egg will do that too.
Cal, where is Professor Grumblethought while the assistant headmaster is executing students again?
Assistant Dean.
That information was provided to the assistant dean. He hasn't mentioned it.
It's assistant to the dean, to be specific. But
I
that's
thought you were the assistant to the assistant of the assistant dean.
Your teacher's been out sick with, well, you know that thing that pigs get, and when they,
Sloth?
The bubonic
listen,
plague?
it's not important. What it is it's really gross. He's got these pustules all over the place, and they keep exploding goo everywhere, and he's in an incredible amount of pain.
Lupus?
So anyway, what's supposed to be happening, now that I've educated you on, what you should really be doing, according to the itineraries, who is this? Egbert. You, and he just points to Whiskey's character. What's your name?
Edouart?
Edward. That's what this said. You're what? The assistant teacher?
I am the teacher assistant.
Then why aren't you teaching? The teacher's sick.
I thought you were the teacher today, sir.
No,
Is that not why you are here?
no. I'm here because you waved at me.
Then how can we have a class without a teacher?
You're the teacher.
Sir, did you not read the rules? I am not eligible to teach. I'm a teacher assistant.
Actually. And he's going to, from his sleeve, pull an old looking tome, and he's going to flip it open. Under the bylaws, he's going to be running a finger. Teachers' assistants are not allowed to teach courses under any circumstances whatsoever, no matter how direly ill or sick the teacher is. Unless, of course, the dean or the assistant dean or the assistant to the dean deems it necessary. It's necessary.
I'm going to need to see the paperwork on that one.
Come here.
I'll shuffle over there.
As they're shuffling and looking at the book, Axel will just hold up his hand, hoping to be noticed.
You.
Is my hair supposed to be smoking like this?
How are you still
Yes.
alive?
That means it worked.
Oh, it worked.
Was he like that before?
Hard to tell, he's always sleeping.
Then I would say this is an improvement. He seems much more energized.
Like a bunny.
Who would electrocute a bunny? What do they
Third
teach you
years.
in this school?
Well, since I am the teacher for the day, wait a minute. Does that mean I get a pay raise?
No.
How can I be a teacher if I don't have the pay? In fact, how can I be a teacher without joining the teachers union?
You're not a teacher, and you don't get a pay raise.
Then
You're
I
just
can't
going to teach
teach.
this class.
Well, that would be illegal, sir. Do you not remember the bylaws you yourself wrote 6,000 years ago?
It was 83 years ago, and I just read them to you.
Obviously, I know that. I used the metric system.
He's going to narrow his eyes at you. Filthy European.
What's a European? I get it. I
Pull
don't
down your
know. I miss-
pants. You can find out.
All I know is if I teach this class without being in the teachers union, I have violated at least 30 international laws. And the both of us would be subject to probable execution and or torture and or disciplinary action leading up to going to the danger room or having to scrub the toilets or just having lunch. I think that was punishment here.
So he's
Objection, hearsay.
He's gee.
Oh God, no.
We're not at that trial. That's what you heard say. Ba-doom.
I
Anyway.
said that earlier, and Cal told me that I was wrong.
Phoenix right.
So he's gonna flip the pages of the book, and he's gonna go. So you don't want to teach the class unless you become a teacher and part of the teachers union. You're refusing your assistant teacher duties then.
No, I'm doing my assistant teaching duties. I'm assisting you.
Subparagraph 3, section 2, insubordinate assistant teachers may be subject to potential dismissal and or banishment to another dimension.
Well, that's just not possible. I'm quite subordinate right now.
Oh, very good. Then teach the class.
I can't. I'm not in the union.
Mr. Ed, could you at least pretend to teach the class and that it would look like you're teaching the class, but you're not actually teaching the class, and then you're not worried about being in the union or anything like that? Or does that not work?
Can we move this along?
So
I gotta do stuff with the SAG.
Gerry,
If you
Gerry with
can...
a G, roll me an agility save.
Hold on a second.
If you can provide me with a waiver form signed and dated today, I can teach the class.
A waiver form signed and dated for today.
Yes.
Cal, I'm guessing that would succeed. I'd have like a +1 or a +2 deck, so that'd be like a 19 or a 20.
Yeah, probably. I'd probably say a 20 at least.
You dexterously save yourself from paperwork. Now just hold on to that for a second. So Nathaniel is
What?
going to he's going to pull something out of his sleeve that looks like a pink. It's a little pink binder, and he's gonna pop it open and he's gonna flip through several pages of it, and then pull out a quill real quick and scribble something down to the pink binder, and then he'll peel something out of the book and he's gonna slap it onto Whiskey's chest, and it's a little smiley face sticker that says "Teacher for the day, approved by the assistant dean."
Did you have a witness sign this?
There's a tiny little spot that appears in the corner, and it's a little tiny notary stamp that just appears on it. And he goes, "Of course,
But it doesn't specify which day.
today.
It says
Don't worry about
for
the
the day,
yes,
but we don't know what the day is.
the day is today. As long as that sticker's on you, you're the teacher for the day."
Okay, class, it's my turn to teach. Everybody front and center. You there, wake up. Oh no. You there, stop dying.
As well, actually, as Abenaki would have pulled out the quill, I would have dove under my desk.
This is
And
note.
smeared blood, probably, in the matter of doing it.
No blood,
This
just
is
charred skin.
no time for hiding. Walk over to him, help pick him up, and
Ow, 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 ow.
cast a heal wounds on him. That should help a little bit. Now
Oh,
then, get back in your seat.
yeah.
And I'll walk over to the teacher's desk and move aside his whiskey bottles and reach for the paperwork. Now then, class, today's exam. Did everybody bring your thieves' tools?
Yes.
Axel tapped the box.
Everybody. Stand. Thieves' tools, yes?
Holds up the egg.
Failure. Mark.
It, Tom's
0,
vibrating
Donnie.
opens up like a Swiss Army knife.
Okay, better.
Axel looked over and just
And
cringed, like, "Oh, damn!"
So
Ooh.
that's what that does.
That's even more concerning now that I know it does that.
Gets those hard to reach places.
Jesus.
You notice one of the things on the Swiss Army knife is like a floss thing.
I'm just gonna ignore that and start passing out the exam.
So Abertnathy is going to reopen the dimension door, um, this time on a wall, so it's he can easily open it. He's going to open it up and check on Jeff. Inside the dimensional chamber, there's a trinket that he has, which turns it into the time chamber from Dragon Ball Z. And so, Jeff, you've been in there for an entire 24 hours at this point.
You mean Gerry?
Or Gerry, sorry, Gerry with a G.
Whatever
Oh
your name
gosh, did you send the wrong student to the abyss? Because that's an extra paperwork.
That would be
Gerry-
so much extra paperwork.
Actually, where was Jeff?
Don't worry about it.
You were in the astral plane.
Gerry steps out. He's like,
I finished the paperwork, but I do have a question. Are you
And
going to let Jeff out at some point?
he knows what he did. He's just gonna shut the door. All right, now you can return to class. And he's just gonna like push you back into the center of the room, take your paperwork. It's gonna disappear up his sleeve, and then he's going to like make his way towards the door.
As Gerry with the G takes his seat, I will hand him an exam pamphlet. So as you all know, as we've discussed numerous times, this is a multiple choice exam. And at the end, you will have to craft something. And I am legally obligated to inform you that you may, in fact, craft a nuclear reactor this year.
What
A
did he
what?
say?
If you don't know, don't worry about it.
With thieves' tools.
Thieves' tools are the artificer's tool.
I
Okay.
know. It sounds very funny.
I know.
Making a nuke out of thieves' tools.
Thermonuclear bomb out of a thieves' tool.
Whoa, I said nuclear reactor, not a bomb.
Oh, sorry.
We don't.
Wrong classroom.
Oh, big difference, of course.
We don't. Yeah, we don't use that terminology
It's the
anymore.
red wire and the blue wire. Oh, damn.
That's what Jeff did.
Not trying to take us too far off the path, but if you want a fun story, look into the British nuclear program after the Americans dropped our nukes. They basically made their own nuclear bomb in 2 days in a shed with like a couple of guys. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Awkward.
I mean, how else are you supposed to make it?
That's a danger room, that's for certain.
It's not quite as funny as the guy who made a nuclear reactor in his kitchen for like 20 years and powered his house before they noticed.
Oh yeah.
All right, so moving forward, class takes a test. Most fail, and the dean takes his auditing notes away. About an hour later, the little note on Edouart's chest actually will fizzle and disappear. So
Like-
it will have not made it a full day, and only an hour.
I'd like to go on the record.
No will also disappear from Sprocket's forehead.
I would like to put it on the record that Gerry even got every single question wrong, including his name.
It's true, actually.
It's not about the outcome. It's the journey.
Thad, you missed it when we did this the last time. Decker's character was just sitting there using sending stones to text messages in the middle of class.
Fantastic.
Right. Okay. Across the town, a few hours later, Agonis finds himself playing jacks in the street with a group of orphans just outside of Annabelle's home.
Is young Timmy with me?
Yes, Timmy is in fact the individual who apparently is running this little jacks game gig, and apparently is typically up at least 10 silver a day.
Hustling.
Yeah.
Hustling. This kid's gonna go far. Am I actually actively playing? Or is it more just kind of like watching and encouraging?
It's kind of playing, but no matter what, any money that you've played, you somehow never really lost.
Yeah.
As you palmed it before. So you always are anteing pretty much the same money, regardless of whether or not you've won or lost.
Okay. All right. Well, as some jacks are being played, Agonis is going to scooch over next to Timmy and, hey Timmy,
Yeah,
things are looking pretty good.
I know I'm doing pretty good. What do you think?
You're crushing it, man.
You got any tips, huh?
Well, okay. Well, look. All right. Whenever they go to bounce the ball, right? If you watch carefully, they're already looking at which jack they want to get, right?
Uh-huh.
So sometimes, if there's one far enough away from the one they're looking at, you can swipe it while they're eyeballing the one they're about to grab.
Right. Okay. I'll try that. That'd be
Right.
good.
But all right, awesome. So tell me, is everything good inside the orphanage? All good in there? Y'all got y'all are warm at night and all that?
Yeah, mostly. It's been nice in the last, couple weeks, I supposedly someone keeps donating money, and
Oh,
Annabelle's been able to, keep the place warmer, like the oil can hasn't really emptied out, and so the whole building stays warm. Not like Jenny's room that room's like ice cold all the time. We call it the freezer, and
yeah.
but no, now her room's like kind of thawing and stuff. So like, we can we can go in there and stuff, and not it doesn't hurt.
Nice.
Yeah. So and then and we had like an actual lunch last week. Like, usually we don't have lunch, but now we had
Yeah.
lunches. Ham sandwiches.
I love ham sandwiches.
Yeah, yeah. And then we've been having a lot more game time. So and that's where this comes in. I thought about it. It was like like we do game time, and like we get a chance to be out there, and then like I'll make a little hustle. And sometimes some of
Yeah.
the traders are in the area, and we'll get them into the game, and and not only will I try to find some way to like get some money off of them, but some of the other Billy over there, he's done two pockets this week, and like found some good stuff. So I think it's good for us. We're learning.
Well, good for you. I need you. There's a problem. No,
Oh, I didn't do anything.
not you.
This
Not
is
you.
all
No, no, no.
good, right?
You're legit, man. You're good. You're great.
Oh,
Matter of fact, you might even consider teaching a few kids to do what you're doing, and then you look over them while they do like what you're doing now, and then you'll have like an inverse funnel business scheme.
he just stares at you like you just used words too big, too many letters, all connected at the same time. Way too big.
We'll get to it. We'll get to it. But
Okay.
but for now, I need you to do me a favor.
Okay. Yeah, boss. Whatever. What do you know?
There's a boy that might be loose on the streets. He
Uh
goes by
huh.
the name Charlie.
Okay.
He's new here, and he's an orphan, and he's newly, possibly re-orphaned. So he ran away, and he hasn't been seen. And if you guys could keep an eye out for him, and if you catch a hold of him, maybe bring him into the orphanage, get him looked after. He might be having a hard time.
Okay. So you want us to make sure he has a hard time? Like we can get
No,
him, and then
no,
we'll
no.
hold him in the
He's currently
orphanage.
no. He's currently having a hard time. You should look after him so that he feels better, like you guys.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, a stray. You want us to go find a stray and bring him here and make him part of the orphanage? Is Annabelle gonna do that? Is it? How do we do that? I don't know how to do that.
Well, I mean, if you see him, why don't you invite him in? See what happens. Maybe he wants to stay, maybe he doesn't.
Okay. All right. His name is Charlie.
Charlie. And then I'll describe him, what I know of him.
Oh, okay.
Enough, yeah.
Tall like a giraffe. And oh yeah, okay.
Big round hippo face. Yeah. All right, right on. Well, Timmy, you look like you got things under control here.
Hold on 1 second. Sending message. Huma, wake up. Respond to that.
Huma's awake. Huma's thinking. Huma cannot remember.
Damn it.
Very damn it. Pringle would remember.
I don't think he would. All right. Well, I will. GMs don't forget anything. Yeah, whatever. So.
It was something with a different letter in the name, I remember.
Yeah. The a morning bell will ring from the orphanage. It's typically kind of summoning the kids, if you will, back to the house, and the boys will grab the little Jackson ball and look around. Oh, hey, looks like we gotta go. They're calling us in, and maybe it was we're gonna have like a they're gonna check us over and make sure we're all here. Sometimes it's like a spot check during the day.
All right. Here, Rogue's handshake. Ready?
Oh
Go.
wow. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Dab,
Fumble. No, I don't know what I'm doing.
All right, you're good. You're good. Close enough.
Okay.
All right.
What? Really?
Take off. Good.
Okay.
Close enough. Go ahead.
All right. That was weird. He'll walk away just fumbling in his own hands, just trying to remember what the hell just happened, and he'll pretend to be like, I'm cool, I'm just spasming in the road, and we'll start wandering back to the front door. And as you're watching and watching him kind of wander back, the front door opens and some of the kids start coming, going inside, and out will step that angelic woman that you saw the last time you were here. And she's kind of just standing out on the front doorstep and counting the kids as they're coming in, and slowly kind of looking, through the yard or whatever. And she'll look over and she'll lock eyes with you.
Oh.
And briefly smile.
Agonis will kind of eyes will dart left to right for a second, and then he'll just kind of timidly wave, and then slowly begin to shuffle into the alley out of sight, real awkwardly. Yeah, I was just headed this way.
She has a likewise kind of awkward moment where just one hand slightly raises up to kind of show her palm in a very light kind of mannered wave, acknowledging you as you slowly and awkwardly distance yourself into the shadow. And now you're into the actual.
Bump into a pole on my way in.
Yeah.
Oops. Whoosh.
She covers her mouth and giggles slightly. Helps the other kids get inside, and they close up.
She's actually the kingpin running the whole Jack's racket.
Oh, dude, she's got like 7 different sub businesses running in different cities.
8th graders as enforcers.
Yeah. I don't even want to know what the 3rd graders do. So, what was Agonis heading to? He was on his way somewhere when he just happened to be by Annabelle's place, and he nonchalantly stopped to play jacks. But he was heading somewhere. Where was that?
Well, the only place I can think of that he would really need to go would be to check the this I guess it's like a message board for these pickups.
Yes, in Purgatory.
Yeah, so he'll probably want to not necessarily pick one up, but kind of see, what kind of where they are at, how many are up there, how many people are taking them, that kind of thing. Kind of scout it out.
Okay. Skipping forward a little bit through some details, but you secretly find your way back into Purgatory, having passed a few of the guard checkpoints and the various entrances in the sewers that change from time to time.
The rotating locks and stuff like that.
Yeah, rotating locks and shifting tunnels that kind of get turned one week or another, and it pretty much, unless you really know your way around the sewers, you would find yourself basically circling back upon yourself. And you find yourself into the area of Purgatory again, where off in the distance you can hear the sound of the drums and a little bit of that nightlife. Is because it's always nightlife here. It's never daytime.
Fairy fire everywhere.
Yeah. So you've got little sparkles in the air and glowing moss and photosensitive different algae and whatnot growing off of rocks and old stone building passageways and what have you.
Luminescent paints.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, paints that demark the name of the recent most illustrious street gang, under street gang, basically. And they're, writing over the last gang's symbols and, pretty much through their own way of, delineating who owns what understreet block at a time. And you make yourself, you make your way to where the message boards are, which are pretty much inside that one bar that you've been into before.
Yeah. Real shady, but jumping place.
Yeah. You scan over the board. The board seems a little light, but there is a message. There is a message to the little spider who's following me and enjoys my carnations. Watch your back, because I'm watching it too.
Insight check. Is this letter lying to me? I'm just kidding. I'm not going to reach for it. I'm going to try to pretend like I'm not even reading it.
Okay. You're looking at the one next to it. That's
yeah,
basically
kind of keep reading like, no, not that job. No, that's not me.
Yeah, the next job over is looking for someone who can round up female gnomes for a quote good time.
I'm going to yank that one right off the wall. And I'm just going to pocket it like, yeah, this is the job I should do. It's actually the job that nobody's going to do. And are there any others for actual carnation pickups?
Wait, one.
Are there any pickup notices for? Oh, you're doing the roll thing.
No, there are not.
Okay. All right. I'll just keep on going and gonna take kind of like a roundabout way on the way out, so just in case I'm being tailed. And I'll keep an eye out if anybody's back there in the quieter sections of the tunnels. It might be following my trail.
Okay. You're most of the way out, and you turn a corner, and there is someone ahead of you, about 20 feet in the dark. And they're standing there in the darkness in the middle of the tunnel. And you know that they're pretty much waiting for you to approach. But they're not moving. They're just kind of standing there. Your vision will give a brief outline of them as a female. They do not look armed. They look to be in a kind of a hood and like a long robe, and possibly hands in their pockets.
Just a moment, I'm taking some notes here. Oh, so hood, robes.
Yeah. Hood, robes, female, hands in pockets. They're standing in about an inch of water and boots.
Can I discern a race?
Human?
Human, maybe.
Yeah, your size.
Okay. Let's see here. Looking at my stuff. Let's see. Given that she's obviously looking right at me, Agonis will just kind of make a hand gesture for passage and then begin to step forward.
Quick question. I'm going to send you an IM.
Cool. And new character. Okay. Good times, guys.
It's a good run.
Really
Agonis.
just shame, dude.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, he's already got a new character ready. It's fine.
Right.
He's got a pile of 50 stacks of bards
Hold on.
he borrowed from Spar.
I didn't loan him 50 stacks of bards. There's
He
like
had like 300 of them.
there's only like 13 bards that I loaned him. The rest he can't have.
The The woman will kind of remove her hands from her pockets and does a similar hand gesture in the dark, and will kind of step to the side as to, kind of continue walking inward, but allow you and her to both pass each other. And as she steps forward, she gets about 10 feet away, and she'll stop, and you'll hear Verino?
How's that?
Is that you, Verino?
I think the word you're looking for, the name you're looking for is Virino.
Yes, Verino. What are you doing down here?
Looking for someone. Have we met?
A slight giggle and a snapping of the fingers, and a little light of fire appears from her thumb. And you see the face of Amelie.
Oh. What are you doing here?
Well, you don't think an orphanage runs on just donations, do you?
No, I suppose not. But,
She puts the fire out.
so did we both happen to be looking after the same orphanage?
I guess.
I mean, last I saw you were the cleaning lady?
She got a promotion.
She giggles again in the dark. Well, I do clean in many ways, but it is easier for me to help from the inside. It's just my way.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Did you follow me?
She'll pause a moment in the dark, and we'll say, maybe, but not on purpose. I had a hunch.
Okay. Strangely, that makes sense. I mean, where else would a shady character like me hide?
Yeah, it's, kind of a small town. Well, kind of a big town, but it's a small town.
So you're not here to light me on fire, are you?
Would you like that?
No, not at all. Actually, I don't respond very well to fire. Real or fake, in fact.
Most don't.
Recent experiences taught me.
What were you doing here?
I'm. Hmm. I'm looking for someone that sells things he shouldn't be selling.
Trying to edge out the competition.
No, trying to bring down the industry.
Big boots.
Mine are wearing out.
Well, I've learned a few things. First, standing here in this damp area will catch a girl a cold. So, unless you want to part ways, I suggest continuing this conversation somewhere more comfortable.
You know something close by? I'm a little bit out of my normal route.
Top side or downside?
Hey, let's get out of the hole.
Okay. Ladies first. She'll turn about and head back the way she came.
I am in big trouble. Okay, here I go.
You're gonna
Upon
get
reaching the surface, Amelie will take a few moments to gather herself. Just kind of like almost she's changing her persona as she steps back out into the light. And as she does, she will step next to you and put her arm into yours. So, lunch?
I could eat.
Cool. I know this wonderful Italian place over here. Well, they call it Italian, supposedly. They have these meatballs and spaghetti and what have you, but the elves can do some amazing work with mushrooms.
That sounds fantastic. Do they have towels?
You mean those little small warm ones you put on your hands?
Well, sure. Except, do they have bigger ones? Or at least a lot of the small ones?
She looks at you and smirks, and she'll snap her fingers and cast prestidigitation on you. Says, "I think you smell better now."
Huh. Well, it wasn't really for the. Hold on. Okay. All right.
You look a little cleaner as well.
Okay. Yeah, well, it wasn't. It wasn't for that so much. It was for it gets on you while you're eating.
You need a bib. Is that what you're saying? You need a
Well,
bib?
I'm saying that like whenever you're eating and it gets on you and
Ugh.
on the table and on the floor.
Ugh. Verino. Verino. However you say your name. Let's go.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, she got prestidigitation. She can clean you up real good.
Not as much as the grease spell.
She is the cleaning lady.
Well, that comes after the prestidigitation.
She can clean 1 foot of the grease spell at a time for free, basically, because it's a cantrip.
Snap, snap, snap.
Like half my face at a time.
Mm-hmm.
How big is your face? Jesus.
Large tract of land.
It's more of the fact that like Agonis is a disaster area when he eats.
This is true.
It's right here are personality traits.
He is bad. Some minutes later, you find yourself being seated at a quaint little elven Italian spot. They drop some bread at the table. It just seems so nice. Like like a step above normal Agonis eating activity, except for, like you've ate with nobles and, that was nice and stuff. But like, this is a nice little place here, and this is the rut.
This
Like,
ain't no Tribbles Nibbles.
no, it's much better than a Tribbles nibble.
Used to like Spider on a Stick or one of those what are those little birds called? The ones that are always on the tops of houses and stuff. Pigeons, yeah. This way better than that. Or tacos. Oh, tacos.
Across town and school, Edouart just suddenly.
The whole party suddenly desires tacos overwhelmingly.
I just had tacos.
And now you want some more.
Yeah, like
Thought you
before
were
I
a
got on
friend.
here. You think I'd come to this thing taco-less?
We're gonna riot.
One second, please. Prepping
for the riot.
So if everybody has their torches, I can light them via Druidcraft.
Nice. Can you light a pitchfork?
Excellent.
Sure, why not?
While sitting in an Italian restaurant, Agonis pulls out a torch.
The meatballs were that bad.
Okay.
So you walk into the restaurant. The maitre d' says, "Table for how many, sir?"
2.
2. Do you
2.
have a reservation?
Amelie will step forward. Gerry, it's me. We'll just get a table and don't worry about all the fuss, right? I'm here with someone.
I'm someone.
Completely deadpans, looks back and forth between the male and the female guest. Very well. Follow me. Seats you at a table in the back. Candlelight. Please let me know if you need anything else.
She smiles. We'll stand next to her chair, kind of looking at the chair and looking towards Verena.
Waiter walks up to you here in a second. Well, hello. Aren't you two having a lovely evening today? Well, I start you off with some wine. Perhaps loosen things up a bit.
Haven't even sat down, man.